Hi, friends. Welcome to Take Three Talks. I'm Steffi, and I'll be your host. This is another off tangent, vulnerable rant where I just want to catch you up, prepare you for what's coming, and give you a little bit of a mental health rant catch up. Okay. So, welcome to another episode, and strap in your seatbelts and make sure you keep your hands inside at all times because it's going to be a bumpy ride. So, I titled this episode, Why Do Birds Sing? And I feel like it's really random. And well, although it is a little bit random, it's very much not. So, I am a person that believes in signs a lot. Like, not like just like, oh, the universe, magic, la la la. Like, I believe in signs, and I believe that people who are no longer here are able to come through and show that are still here and present via elements that we as human beings can see. And I don't know if this makes sense or if you're like, oh my gosh, like, what am I for? But I've been procrastinating this episode for a long time, and there hasn't been an episode in almost a month, I think. And I think it's a fact, it's a month. And I have actually been recording. Like, I had an interview with Caro from Blot, I had an interview with Vale from Cons, and I felt like I needed that in order to get boosting, like in terms of energy, meeting people, like seeing other people, like asking questions and just getting out there. I feel like was going to be really inspirational and like was going to push me to do even more and like have more energy for the podcast and whatever. But honestly, it was so draining. It's been the past couple of weeks have been, I started acupuncture with Juan Francisco Cornejo. He's an amazing acupuncturist, and you should definitely go see him if you are here in Quito. But it's been such an incredible emotional process because it's been almost like therapy for my body. It's like my body has been able to really let go of a lot of emotion that's been trapping for like the past 28 years of my life, and it's been so healing. And I can't wait. I have therapy on Tuesday, and I can't wait to talk to my therapist. But I've been procrastinating this episode, and what I have in my notes is that I realized that I'm the one that makes the rules. So, I was supposed to edit this episode for Blot because the schedule was supposed to be like this and la 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 la, and I put all these rules on myself. And then I realized that I'm the one that makes the rules, so I changed the rules and I decided that I'm going to record this episode because this is something that I've had on my head for a long time, these thoughts that I'm going to share today. And I felt like I needed to be true to myself, and I created this channel to have intimate conversations where I get to have you guys over, and as crazy as it sounds, just sit with you and share some thoughts and random vulnerable conversations that I have with myself this time because I'm alone. And I don't know, I was supposed to release the episode with Blot, and it's a 2-hour conversation, so it was going to take so long to edit. And I really want to put really good effort and juju to those episodes. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to talk about what I want to talk about. And here's this episode. So after a very long introduction to this, a little bit of a random episode, I am not apologizing for my world anymore, and I'm going with it. And I am passionate about making a podcast. So thank you for being here. And always remember that you can DM me and you can leave a review. And with that said, welcome to Why Do Birds Sing? So I found this quote online and I was so touched by it that I literally have thought about it every single day. The quote says, Do you know why birds sing just before dawn? Scientists believe it's to tell their mates that they made it through the night, as a way of saying, I'm still here. Maybe that's why we sing too, why we create art, as a way of saying, I made it, I'm still here. Jeff Goins. I had never seen it. I saw it on Instagram and I shared it, and I've been thinking about that every day since. I made it, I'm still here. We live in this beautiful place where there's so many birds, and they always sing. And I say that my grandparents, who I loved dearly, my grandpa, who I had a very close relationship with, and my grandparents from my dad's side of the family, I say that all my angels show up as birds, including my aunts and everybody I love that's no longer here with us. I say that they come through as birds. So I saw this and I was like, wow, like every time at dusk, like they're coming to this big ficus tree, and they sing and they're telling me that, hey, like, we made it. We're still here. And it's so powerful to me, and I thought it was just exactly what I needed to hear and exactly what I needed to remember every time, just to celebrate that we made it, that we're still here. And I don't know, every time I saw somebody and I heard a bird sing, I was like, yeah, like, wow, like, just, I was so grateful and so full of life and just gratefulness every time I heard a bird sing. But they lied. This quote lied. So I had been telling people about this, and I decided to fact check myself before I continued like spreading misinformation. And according to Google, birds chirp at sunset because they're communicating with the other birds around them. Birds are sensitive to time of day, just like every other animal, including humans. When they notice a change in their environment, they react to it by chirping. So I got so upset and was like, literally, like, I can never hear birds again. Like, they lied to me. Like, this quote, like, this is just not a fact. Like, I can never remember, like, even what it meant, like that I made it, I'm still here, like no longer continued being my manifesto and my grounding mechanism at the end of the day, because I was so upset that it was a lie. And that's when like the black and white thinking kicked in, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, are you kidding me? Like, there's so many shades of gray in between. Like, why am I doing this to myself? Like, I became so miserable and so sad. Like, I'm not kidding you guys. Like, I was legit so upset about it. Like, I was like, I can never hear like birds like the same. So then that same day I came back, like the next day or something like that, I came back from acupuncture, and it was the most beautiful sunset. I'm not kidding. And the birds were just like singing a chorus. Like, it was just orange sky. The whole hue of the day was orange, and the birds were chirping. It was just so glorious, and I just started crying. And I was like, both of them can exist at the same time. Like, it's not black and white. It's not like this, like I can still remember, I can still pretend, or I can still think to be grateful every time I hear them sing and think, I made it, I'm still here, without it being in scientific fact, like a quote unquote proven fact. And so I turned around that day and I realized that on the other side of the sunset, on the opposite side, there was the same sky, but all dark and gloomy, and it looked like it was like going to rain and stuff. And I was like, wow, how is it possible that I, as a human, am having this experience of appreciating the same sunset just so differently? But I can't accept myself feeling so grateful and happy to hear the birds chirp, and also know that they're not like it's not a scientific fact. And I know that I'm using this chirping thing as a metaphor of sorts for everything, that I'm always very black and white. But let's just go with it because I'm a very metaphorical person. And then I saw the sky and I was like, oh my gosh, like another metaphor. So I'm going to leave you with this caption that I wrote for Instagram, to my Instagram at It's All About Steffi. And yeah, you can see a video of the sky and it's awesome. And here's the caption: both can exist. I get so personally attached to either look of my sky that I forget that we can be and feel extremely happy while going through times of extreme sadness. Life is not black and white. There are a million shades of gray in between. Something that keeps me grounded constantly. There can't be shadow without light. And that's just something that I want to leave you with, because we go to such extremes. If it can't be one thing, then it needs to be another. And maybe there's something between. So before you make a decision, just take one deep breath. Remember and try and find the nearest chirping bird. And remember that there can't be any shadow without light. Okay? And just quickly to leave you what's coming until the end of the year, I'm going to release 2 of my interviews. One with Blot, with Caro Sotomayor from Blot at Somos Blot on Instagram. It's going to be a 3-part episode. It's going to be like 20-ish minutes every part. So we're going to talk about New York, Japan, menstruation, inclusivity, marketing. And of course, we're going to dive deep into Blot. Panties, reusable panties, hechos en Ecuador, 100% hechos a mano en Ecuador. Cons is going to be my second interview. Vale from Cons, CCC. And Instagram, @cons_CCC. It's going to also be a 3-part episode. It's going to be 20-ish minutes each part. And every episode, in each of these episodes, vamos a hablar un poco de inclusividad, marketing, su historia. Vamos a hablar un poco de la gordofobia. Y, of course, vamos a hablar un poco de Cons. And the blog interview is going to be in English y the Cons interview es en español. Así que nada, estoy súper emocionada. En diciembre también voy a grabar un podcast con Florencia Ortega sobre el sexo y la intimidad, sobre tener relaciones, sobre being in a beautiful, faithful relationship and not losing yourself. And yeah, I'm excited. 2021, we're going to close it with a bang. Y vamos a comenzar 2022 with the biggest bang. And I'm hoping that we can get an audio for the podcast. And I'm hoping that I can release some more themed episodes and more interviews. And I'm so fucking excited because I have a podcast and I can't believe it, because I did this. And I love you for listening. Thank you for being here. Remember that it is okay not to be okay, and that I love you and that I'm here just one DM away. I'm on @Take3Talks on Instagram. That's the easiest way to find me. And I'm not great at posting on feed there, but I promise I'm trying my best. I'm a one-man team, and I love you all. Thank you so much for listening to me and this episode of Take 3 Talks. Enjoy the birds. Bye.